Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I finger detangle my hair. So my hair has just been recently trimmed and I think this is the best time for me to do this video. So for this video all I'm going to be using is my homemade oil mix, and I have a video of how I do this mix on my channel. So I'm just going to be adding a few drops of oil to my hands and putting the oil on the lower ends of one section of my hair. Now in finger detangling you have to do this in sections. I prefer to do mine in sections, and as you can see I feel really good because I can literally separate strands of my hair without it forming knots at the end, and that's one of the reasons why it's good to trim your hair, when needed. So I'll just be taking the front section of the hair and trying to figure out a similar quantity of hair, just like I did with the other section of my hair. So I'll add some oils to the ends of my hair and then to the roots of my hair. Now I'm starting at the bottom, and then I'll just kind of like move the oil down the length of my hair till it gets to the middle and to the bottom. For finger detangling, I prefer to just take each strand of hair and try to separate it where I see clumps from the roots to the tips. And when doing this, you actually have to be gentle in handling your hair, because this is where you may begin to unintentionally cause some breakage in your hair. For people who have had their hair in a protective style for a while, maybe like 2 to 3 weeks, I would recommend that you do this with some form of a detangler. You can make a homemade detangling mix. You can use flaxseed gel, you can use aloe vera gel. All these will give you some slip when you're trying to do this. I am just using some oil on my hair because my hair is still a bit moisturized. So I'll just do this section by section, strand by strand, until I feel that the hair has been thoroughly detangled. Also, you can do this with a conditioner if you like. So I want you guys to just look at the motion I'm using at the tips of my hair. There's this pulling out motion I do at the tips of my hair just to help me loosen out the knots and tangles. So I'm adding a bit more oil to the tips, and you can see I'm just fluffing out the tips with my fingers. So I have thoroughly detangled this section and I'm satisfied with how well the detangling has been. So I'm just going to twist it up, and I'm preparing my hair to be washed, so I'll just twist this up to prevent it from tangling up again. So you can see this is just the amount of hair I've lost from that section. It's really small, and that's actually good for my hair because it shows that that's the amount of hair I've shed and I'm not breaking off more than I should in detangling. So I'll just move on to the next section and I'll repeat the same. I'll pat my hair and just make sure that while I'm doing this very gently. This process requires patience. It's not the time where you need to start ripping through your hair and manipulating your hair with too much force. So like I did before, I'm adding oil to the tips and to the roots, and I'm just using my fingers to spread the oil evenly down my hair. And as I'm working on this section, I'm going to be breaking apart the clumps of hair, pulling them aside strand by strand, moving from the center to the roots to the ends, and I'll just repeat that over and over until I feel that the hair has been thoroughly detangled. This process may take a while, so I'd recommend that you do your finger detangling maybe a day before you wash your hair. So if you like my videos, please support me by subscribing to my channel, liking and commenting on my videos. Also feel free to tap the notification bell so that you know when I put up my next video. So like you may have guessed already, the oil is acting like a pre-poo for me, and it's just going to help me make sure that my hair isn't stripped while I wash it. So this is like the last section of hair that I'm going to be detangling, and I like to do this because it just makes the whole process of washing and deep conditioning my hair a little bit easier, because I have less breakage, and it just helps me in product application because it makes the product application process a little bit easier. So I'm using this opportunity to give myself a mini scalp massage, just massaging my scalp. It just feels good and helps me loosen up the dirt.